golf attire, of course, because you're going golfing.
How do I look, man?
Yeah, average. Average.
Yeah, I'll be okay. It's not a great outfit, but it's not about the look, man.
Yeah, it is.
I just gotta hit the ball straight.
No. Who are you playing with?
One of my buddies.
That's it? Your buddy doesn't have a name?
My buddy Nick.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a
What up,
baseball coach at Crespi High, Chris.
Oh, okay. All right. There
Yeah,
you
one
go.
of my best
I know
friends,
some,
yeah.
yeah, some of my youngest son's friends play over at Crespi High. I'm going to have to get the lowdown on Nick.
Nick's the
know?
best, yeah.
Yeah.
Coach Nick.
Coach Nick.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get going, special shout out. The reason I'm wearing the Pirates hat, the 2021 season debut of one of our co-hosts, Stephen Brault. Very, very happy for him. He's worked hard to get back there. It has not been easy. If you've been following his journey here on the Rose Rotation, he has been bored out of his tears down in Bradenton, Florida, rehabbing. And finally, after 4 months, he gets to make his debut. So that's pretty cool.
I'm hyped for him. I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah, good dude. And he really, I think the toughest part for him was he really figured it out toward the end of last season. He was pitching well. He was looking to carry that momentum toward 2021, and hopefully he does now.
He's been in Bradenton this whole time. Oh,
yes.
No offense to Bradenton. I'm just saying, like a minor league spring training facility. That's not a great facility, by the way.
And
one day after day. Oof.
Rough. It's rough. One other quick shout out to another one of our brethren at the Rose Rotation, Tyler Glasnow, who's having season-ending Tommy John surgery. We wish him well. He will be back on the rotation shortly. So we're just sending good thoughts his way.
Yeah,
It's got a long road to recovery, but he will undoubtedly get there. All right, here we go. So we had Act 1 of a 2-act play between the Astros and the Dodgers last night behind Lance McCullers. Houston takes Game 1 of that brief 2-game series. Your biggest takeaway from that was what?
How special these games can be. I mean, there were so many different things that stood out to me. I mean, Lance McCullers was filthy. Buehler was good in his own right, too. Just outshined a little bit by Lance. You got Mookie over there making diving plays at second base.
Right.
Which he really does look like an outfielder playing second base. Like the way he goes after those balls, no second baseman would do stuff like he does. So it's cool to see that. My favorite thing of the game, though, was my guy Air Jordan. 115 miles an hour off the bat. 0-1 lefty slide ball. He just punishes the damn thing. I love watching him hit. He shows up in big spots. So, I mean, like I said, the game lived up to the hype, and then we got another good one today.
It was interesting, the Dodgers broadcast, which is the feed we have to watch out here because this is where I live locally, but they're very good. Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser do a great job. Yeah. They called Leonan Alvarez like a young David Ortiz. They say he doesn't have his personality, but the way he approaches hitting and the way he looks at the plate is very Ortiz-ish. And I was like, wow, very, very impressive. For me, though, it was the guy that got the Astros on the board first, Michael Brantley, league's leading hitter, in his mid-30s. He's just been a monster. And I know that batting average has kind of fallen by the way. We're much more hyper-focused on OPS and on-base percentage, and I understand that. I still like a guy that puts the ball in play and does it successfully. The guy has not been under 300 since May 16th. He hasn't been under 324 since June 12th. He just silently goes about his business, and he is an assassin at that dish, dude. So good.
Yeah, and I know you also love him from the Cleveland days.
I do.
I know.
I definitely miss him.
I think he's one of my favorite hitters to watch in the big leagues. He reminds me a little bit of Joe Mauer in the regard, like he doesn't get fooled very often.
Right.
Like you're going to see him up there. He's going to have his balance pretty much at all times. He's not going to take those wild swings. It's just so repeatable for him. And that's the hardest thing to do. You take a million swings, Chris, but being able to repeat it day in and day out against live pitching is very hard, and Brantley does it with the best of them.
Yep, he's great. All right, so now we continue, and Act 2 could even be more interesting because Max Scherzer makes his Dodgers debut. So will he, A, dominate tonight, or B, be too hyped up for his start?
Does he get too hyped up, Chris? Like, I think that, like, I don't know. I'm saying he gets hyped up, but does he ever get too hyped up? I feel like Max Scherzer, there's no such thing for him. So I think he's going to do kind of what Walker and Lance did. last night. Go out there, give 6, maybe try to push 7. He's a dominant starter against a really good offense, but I think the narrative, the story in my mind is Scherzer goes out there and deals first game with the Dodgers. And I might be going to the game tonight because my good friend, let's not forget, Jake Odorizzi is pitching for the Astros. He asked if I wanted to come. So I might be there. And I think we're going to see another two more good pitchers tonight.
Did you bother Odorizzi for tickets, or did you go a different route?
No. All I said was I'm rooting for you. And he said, you want to come to the game? I said, I don't know yet. I got to talk to the boss. Got a lot of stuff going on, but I might.
What did Olivia say?
I haven't talked to her yet.
It's the morning of the game. Can we get on this?
What does it matter to you?
What matters was maybe I'd get an invite.
Oh, you want to come?
No, forget it. I don't like inviting myself out to your little soirees. I mean, it was enough that we booked dinner so that the 4 of us can enjoy that together. I don't want to. No,
I'm sorry.
No. It's perfect. I know where I sit in your book.
I probably won't go. It's just it's hard to get down to Dodger Stadium on a.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
And it's an earlier start. It's a 6:30 local time start. So good luck with that traffic.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. The answer is C. He is going to be ultra hyped up, and he's going to deal. If you look at Max Scherzer's first appearance for each of his previous 3 teams, with the Arizona Diamondbacks, he made his debut. 4 1/3 perfect innings out of the bullpen. 4 1/3 perfect innings in his major league debut. For the Tigers in 2010, no runs in 6 innings in his Tigers debut. First start for Washington, he took the L. No earned runs in 7 2/3.
Wow. He loves debuts.
Yes, he does. So mark this one down.
I agree. It's the kind of pitcher he is. Just the kind of guy he is.
Enjoy the game without me. It should be a lot of fun. Miguel Cabrera, home run number 498. A couple of more knocks. He has 29-44 all time. Is he the best hitter you ever played with or against?
Oof. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's like A-Rod. I don't really want to give any credit to him. Mauer is one of the best hitters I ever played with. I never really saw Pujols in his prime. Got to play against him, obviously. So that kind of hurts. And then there's Trout. But Miggy, I mean, he's one of. Yeah, he's up there. He's another one that's just so consistent. And he has a plan. And he sticks to it. I'll say this about him. He's the only guy that I know that people went out and watched him take BP. Like, made it every time we were in Detroit, there'd be 6, 7 of our guys would go out early to our batting practice to watch Miggy hit and talk. And he was very generous with his, his hitting knowledge. So I didn't see any other player get that kind of respect. Mm-hmm. So I will, Miggy's one of those guys, man. He told me one time, he said, if I ever hit you the ball, that's a mistake. Like, I'm not trying to pull the ball. He never tried to pull the ball. He right center, and then, that was the most impressive thing about his batting practice was he'd go out there and he would just flip balls out to right center in Detroit, which is a huge park there, and he could just do it on cue, and very impressive. I can't wait to see him hit those milestones. I mean, he is the one guy that I saw dominate the game. So to answer your question, I mean, for me personally, yeah, he is the best hitter that I probably ever played against.
I love Akil Badu's quote. He said, I grew up playing as Miguel Cabrera in all the video games, and now I get to be a teammate of his, which is hilarious. So if he gets another 200 knocks, he's going to be top 20 in the history of baseball. And I think he's going to get there. I mean, if you look at his contract, he's got another 2 years and $64 million. And people will look at his overall stats here in 2021. He's got a well under 700 OPS. He's not Miggy. Okay. So you have to kind of take all these accolades and what we're seeing and not look at the present. You have to really wind it back 6 or 7 years when he was just killing everything. He's amazing. He's amazing. I don't remember a better hitter other than Bonds. Maybe Tony Gwynn, but Gwynn didn't have the power, obviously, that this guy did. So I don't know of another guy.
Yeah, he's also – it's like, how the Rays have their coaching tree? and their GM tree, and it just extends throughout the league. All the good organizations, a lot of their front office came from the Rays. Same way if you look at like Miggy's hitting tree, like the people that played with Miggy that went on to be great hitters. You know, we got JD Martinez, we got Castellanos. You can continue to go on and on. I'm obviously forgetting guys, but he's one of those guys that shared his knowledge so much and helped people out so much. And now you're seeing these guys around the league, and they're spreading that knowledge. And I just like that whole effect.
Good call. Let's move on. The Atlanta Braves, they ruined John Lester's St. Louis Cardinals debut. Now just 3.5 back of the slumping New York Mets in the National League East. Does their revamped outfield after the trade deadline do anything for you and the push that this team could have?
Sure. I mean, it definitely does something for me. I think that division is completely up for grabs. If it's not them, there's the Phillies obviously doing their thing. The Mets are in trouble, man. And I tried to give them credit throughout the year, and they deserved the credit, but they just never ran away with the damn thing. And that was because of some injuries, obviously some underperformances as well. Underperformances, whatever.
Okay.
They never ran away with it is my point, and now here we are. They got the Phillies and the Braves now breathing down their back. I'd bet more on the Phillies, though, taking over that division.
Yeah. By the way, Hayden pointed out that I misspoke. I wrote down 3.5. They are 2.5 back there in the National League East. Now, for me, here's the thing. I think Jock has been sensational. He's one of those guys that kind of flew under the radar because he was the first Cub to go, and we've been so ultra focused on, you know, Rizzo and Bryant and Baez that we kind of forgot that Jock Peterson has done a great job. An OPS of 821 in 16 games as a Brave. The Soler fit, I know he went deep last night. I'm not so sure that's a great fit out there. He has not been good. We know that he's not, you know, he's not a wonderful fielder. Let's put it that way. And Duvall is a good fielder. And he can get hot. You know, I mean, the Braves fans are familiar with that guy. So can the three of them kind of replace what Acuna was doing? No, can't. But it's been great. And I will credit Alex Anthopoulos. He didn't just sit around. He got a bunch of guys that are at their end of their contracts, and they've got a lot to prove. And why not? It was worth the risk. It was like, do I see them as a National League contender for the pennant? No, but it wouldn't shock me if they won this division.
It would shock me if they won the division.
It would?
Yeah. Right now, like I said, I think the Phillies are kind of in the driver's seat, even though I think they're still 1.5 back or something.
Yeah, they still. Do you trust that bullpen with the game on the line? I know they just got Ian Kennedy, but
no, but they have. I mean, no, I don't.
Right,
I don't. But that doesn't mean anything. They have the starters are that good.
The point is that all these teams have major flaws.
Yeah, 100%.
All three of them do. So we'll see. But that could make it a ton of fun that last month too.
And wait, I have a question for you. I'm gonna act like you're Joe Girardi, okay?
Yes.
You're better looking, though. Why are you taking Ranger Suarez out of the bullpen and making him a starter again?
I have no idea. That's not a Girardi thing. That's an organizational decision. There's no way.
Oh, then you're telling me Joe Girardi doesn't do anything then?
No, what I'm saying is that when they all sit down and they have meetings and they kick that idea around, I was shocked.
Okay. Hey, Clentech. You're Clentech now. Hey, Clentech, why did you put Ranger Suarez back in the starting rotation? He found something that worked for him.
Is he still there? Isn't he gone? It's Dombrowski.
Clentech, he didn't take like a different role?
He might have.
Dombrowski, whoever that. Sam Fold, all you guys. What's going on over
there?
There
you go. I don't know why that is. So Eflin has been banged up. I don't know what his health prognosis is. They were a little more worried. I think he's got a knee injury. So I think they were a little more worried about him than anything else. But they did get Kyle Gibson, which was a nice pickup.
Yeah, of course.
They're going to be real interesting down the stretch. That's all I can tell you. Last one. Speaking of Philly, Bryce Harper does more damage against his original team, the Washington Nationals. And as he crosses home plate, gives the old nah. What did you think of that?
Well, I don't know the context of it. I was trying to look around with the context. Was it to the fans?
They didn't. I don't understand why he didn't speak in Zoom after the game.
I don't have a problem with it.
I don't either.
What's wrong with it? I mean, you see what these guys are doing around the bases nowadays. Like for Bryce to blow a kiss, that might as well just be like a handshake, like a regular old handshake type thing. He doesn't.
That was a very high handshake for you. Very high handshake.
I had to get my hand on the screen.
I know you did.
No, I had no problem with it. I think it was more like maybe he was getting razzed by some fans, and he was just like, "Love all you guys."
Right.
Whatever, man. Bryce. I think I talked about Bryce yesterday on the show. I love Bryce, man. He does everything the right way. So just let him do his damn thing. He hits the crap out of the ball. Good for Bryce.
And particularly, you kidding me? This year, 5 of his 17 homers are against his old team. Just to let you know. And by the way, I want to let you know that today's Instagram Live is presented by good friends over at Manscaped. Manscaped.com. Use the code word ROSE. You're going to get 20% off your order plus free shipping. They've been working on this Lawnmower 4.0. It's got 9,000 RPM motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual-blade system. It's waterproof, so you can use it in a shower if you want to. We've all had the nips and the tugs and everything else that happened down there with all the – not with this. Not with the Lawnmower 4.0. I promise you it will make you feel great, okay? Thank you. Plus, you got the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, very good for me. The Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver toner. Plus, you get 2 free gifts. Performance Boxer Briefs, which I told you on yesterday's show Michelle loves, and you can ask her about that at dinner on Saturday. And we've got the Shed travel bag. Everybody needs a travel bag. Let Manscaped do the heavy lifting for you. So it's manscaped.com. Use the keyword ROSE. You get 20% off your order plus free shipping. That's someone special in your life will love you for making the proper adjustments south of the equator.
I'm gonna blow a kiss your way. But it's not for you. Give that to Michelle. Don't keep that.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. All right, so a couple other things we didn't cover. Cole Hamels sounds like he's signing with the Dodgers. Is that an interesting yay or nay to you?
It's interesting. That's all I can say. It's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be a huge pickup for the Atlanta Braves last year, and he was just too banged up to do a damn thing. Also, the catcher's balk of Kurt Casale. Were you familiar with the rule?
I was not.
Okay.
Interesting rule. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. Like I know a position player can't use their hat or something like that. So.
Right. I did know about it because there was a walk-off, and I want to say it was the Dodgers walked off maybe the Pirates. I forget who the catcher was, but tie game, 9th inning, I believe. Catcher took his mask off and put it over the ball, and it was the catcher's balk. Game over.
I feel like they do that a lot. Like when runners aren't on, they use it to scoop the ball up, hit it away, all that stuff. And maybe that's what Kurt was. I love Kurt, by the way. I mean, that's what Kurt in his mind was just like. Ugh, didn't even really think about it, right?
Right, didn't think about it. Yeah. But it makes the rule actually makes sense. Last thing, what do you have coming up on JOMBOY?
Today we have an episode premiering that we recorded yesterday. We're doing our cumulative all-league team. It's a better version of the All-Star team. We're doing it. Eventually it'll be listed on Baseball Reference page. That's our hope. So we went across both leagues and picked out the all-leaguers at each position. So it's a fun episode. We talk about guys. There's some good discussions about. I wanted Zach Wheeler to be the pitcher. He did not end up being the starting pitcher.
Wow, can't wait to see who made it.
Heated conversation about that because we look at stats differently, all of us. So it's it's a fun episode. What about you? What do you got?
We just recorded Jonathan India of the Cincinnati Reds yesterday. He was hilarious. Really good, fun story. College teammates with Pete Alonso. Pretty good stuff there. And we're just gearing up for our Friday show, Stephen Brault and guest to be named. I will say this. I sent out a request to a major league team on Monday. And they're usually pretty good about getting back to me. They haven't gotten back to me yet. Even if they're busy and they say they can't do it.
Who's your team?
Not going to call them out.
You should get Coach Tuck to come on with Stephen Brault.
What's that? Who?
You should get Cole Tucker to come on with Stephen Brault.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Cole would definitely come on. How's he doing?
Great. He's the freaking man.
I know he is. Yeah. You know, I might try. I might try for Tyone since he was just the pitcher of the month.
Okay.
Just see how he's doing.
I love that for you. Stephen Brault, Tyone, they're good friends, I'm sure.
All right, very quickly, what are you happy if you shoot today?
We're playing a course that's not too hard. If I shoot 84, I'll be happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. I mean, 82, I'll be really happy.
Do you drink while you play?
No, it's too early right now. If it's later in the day, I will.
Hot, too, man.
Yeah. Water. Hydrate, baby.
Hydrate. Okay. All right, listen, everybody have a wonderful day. Let's go cheer on Stephen Brault. Let's send good thoughts and prayers to our buddy Tyler Glasnow. Enjoy your baseball today, and I can't wait to see Max Scherzer taking on the Houston Astros. It's going to be a ton of fun.
We're going, me and you. We're going.
Yeah. I won't be waiting by the phone. All right, I'll see you tomorrow for our regularly scheduled time of 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific.
That's right.
Peace, everybody.